Hey guys, it's Longridr, and for today's video I'll be showing you how to create this here Sphinx head and my process in which I've done it. It's for a future co-op map that me and Dapper Hayden 007, also known as Far Cry Universe, are working on. It's a map called Egypt, and I'm gonna have to do the lower body in another video because I pretty much ran out of time just doing the face, and it shouldn't take nearly as long, at least I hope. I'm planning right now if I should make it out of terrain or just keep going with these objects. I might do a bit of both. Here's the two objects. Well, I don't really use this one, it's just throughout the video, but block concrete, which is located in Far Cry 5 objects, industrial, and supplies. This one is pretty nice. I mean, it's just the correct color for making a Sphinx head, so I don't mind it at all. I was debating whether or not to use this one because it's a little bit bigger, but it doesn't offer as much customization, seeing as how this one is square. And I was also messing around with the generic shapes, but if you use those too much, it starts to make things look unnatural, which isn't ideal for making any type of lifelike statue. So I'll just keep that in mind if you're trying to make something like a giant statue or anything like that. Try to find something besides a generic object first, and if you can't find it there, then I'd go for it. Well, let's begin. Let's just grab this block of concrete. We'll take one, put it right here, and copy and paste one. We'll probably mess with where it is, but we'll use this as our pivot point. And we'll be using like not the center of selection for it, but just that selection. There we go. And let's kind of make the shape of a neck. So it starts out by kind of concaving a little bit, and then we'll pull that up. Let's make sure we're doing it right though. It's about taller than a human. So we'll take that, start bringing it out, and then out a little more. There we go. Actually, let's do this. Let's pull it up about like that. Then I'll finish up the neck part here and begin work on the head. Okay, so if you saw what I just did there, I selected everything I wanted first, and then I selected this last, so it uses that as the pivot point, and then we just copy and paste from there and rotate at 10 degrees, and I just lucked out and got it right the first time, and so now it looks like we have the neck mainly completed, at least. So I'll start making the hair dress. Might be a little bit different, but I'll keep the same approach. So we have one side done on the hairdress, and then using the same thing I did here, I'll just take this side and copy and paste it all the way around, and then we'll end up with like an almost perfect circle, and we'll edit it a little bit from there, see how it goes. And before I do that, I will align it, so you want to have it like almost straight on with the concrete blocks for it to copy and paste properly. So we'll move this into almost the right position. So make sure it's mostly centered. How's that look? Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go with that. Now let's see how this ends up. There we go, we copy and pasted it all the way around. The last thing I'll do is grab these few stragglers and then copy and just turn them around. Let me make sure both sides are clear, so it should work out almost perfectly. I'll leave that hope. Yep, missed a spot right here. Pull this down. There we go. Now I have to line it up with the back part of the hair real quick. Okay, there we go. It's mostly lined up, and then we can make some minor adjustments later if we need to, but we'll take it from here and start moving the neck into position to start sculpting the face. So for the face, we'll do the same exact thing. We'll just copy and paste and make the basic shape kind of going upwards. And then from there, we'll take this middle concrete block and just copy and paste it all the way around. Okay, there we go. Now it looks semi like a face. We'll definitely need to do some fine adjustments, which I'll do that right now, and I'll let you enjoy some nice music while it goes on. I do feel like it needs to be a bit taller, but we have it looking a bit more facey. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, so that looks about good. I'll probably raise the top up a little bit so it meets more of a point across the top, because that seems about to be where it is. And I'll have a few aligning things to do here, but then I should be done with the head. So let's get right to it then. I fixed any alignment issues it might have had by taking this side, if you saw what I did there, and turning it another 5 degrees, and then leaving this back part open a bit, which I can fix later on. But I feel like that kind of completes the look I was going for. And now we'll work on this top part and finish the top of the headdress. There we go. Now it's a Sphinx with a hat. I think that's what it was missing all along. Nah, we'll just delete this part. and then keep the stuff in the front. So get rid of all this. We don't need this. These are not happy accidents. They were purposeful accidents that are erasable. Alright, now let's clean this up a bit. See what we can do. There we go. Now it's flashy heaven. It's not, I don't know if that's a good thing, but we'll see. If we want people going up here, we'll, I guess, erase that later on. And one thing that probably would have been smart is to have copy and pasted these with all of that. And I'll just do it manually really quick. But if you do, so if you copy this up here, so that way it lines up perfectly, or as perfect as you can get it with that, and copy it all the way around, it'll look perfect. So I'll just do that really quick. So one thing that helps a lot to get this over with quickly is using align to object. So you just grab the two objects you want, this one and this one, turn off use center of selection, copy, drag, and then align to object. And then boom, it's right where it needs to be. Just rotate it, and then it's in place. And then we'll do that all the way around and then go through and delete that object. But this time I will go like this and then reselect it. And I'm just reselecting the object I used to align to object with. Go like this, pull it, align it again. And then yeah, it does that weird thing. You'll get used to it. And then just rotate it. There we go. And then I should just need, let's see, 2 more. So it should be enough. Do the same thing. Align to object. Bam. Rotate. And here we go. And now we can just go back and delete those ones we had copied of. Was there 2 there? Let's see. Nope. Okay. There we go. And now the top is almost perfectly aligned. You could fix all this. Since we have a copy, we could just pull this back all the way around if we need to. So we'll finish this the sculpting of the face. I'll bring it out a bit more because it does look like it needs to be facing, or at least this part needs to be pulled out a bit. Just select it all with holding shift and then select all the stragglers. And if that happens, just make sure, this is why I make sure I use the move tool, just undo it. So now that we have everything grabbed, pull it forward a bit. Let's see how it looks from the side compared to pictures. So I'd say I need to drag this out a bit more. It's about halfway, like that. And then I'll pull the neck back and add more to the head on the side. So let's try to do that real quick. Now that I think all the proportions and rotating is correct, let me get comfortable, and then I'll begin adding the facial features. So I think I'll do the eyebrows first, which looks to be just the front tilted a bit, so let me work on that. Now it's time for the lips. Let's just sculpt them out of a regular, normal concrete block, continuing the theme. Okay. Yeah, that kind of looks interesting right now, but I promise you, it'll start coming together. And we might change a few things, like I believe he's missing the pronounced chin, which might help bring out the here lips a bit more. Let's do that. Put the chin in there. Kinda working a little bit. We'll pull the sides in, see if this does it, both sides. So rotate, and just go, let's say, we'll do 10 degrees on each side. Okay, and now pull in a little bit, and then we'll kind of match it up with the concrete on the outside too, so it's not all coming apart from the seams. That, and this, we'll just do 5 degrees. Pull this in. Do the same on this side. 5 degrees. Actually, let's go make it in line with the actual part of the face. There we go. And then this, like so. Pull this back. There we go. There we go. And now it has layers. Because onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Common knowledge by now, I'd hope. So let's work on a deformed nose thingy. We don't know what happened to it. Somebody might have plucked it, but it's pretty knowable. So this is one part you don't want to get wrong. And we want to kind of go for the destroyed look so people don't look at it and think that we went forward in time somehow. So I'll just take a few more of these pieces and then kind of get a corner to protrude like this, and take it and copy and paste it, maybe tilt it a little bit, add to the destruction factor. And then this nose is kind of destroyed all the way up. We'll just kind of make it look how it does in real life, because why not? We don't know how long it's been destroyed for. We want to make it look at least semi-recognizable. Alright, now we just played Ha Gotcha Nose. Let's make the eyes. And then we'll just do this one eye for now, because I believe, judging from the pictures, the Sphinx doesn't have his right or left eye either. So let's just create the quick little eye thingies. Go in here like this. There we go. And now we have that eye. Let's see. He does kind of have an eye on this side too, but it's broken. So we'll do the same thing on the inside, because he has a lot of damage done. I feel bad for him, but it's okay. And now the last facial feature, well, not the last, there could be a few more. We'll just create a simple little ear. So for the ear, we'll take this black, pull it up like this, and get it flush with the head thing. And by flush, I don't mean down the toilet, I mean like side to side, or like that. And then maybe 40 degrees-ish, like that. Pull it out. And then we'll make the top rounded. So, say 30 degrees. Copy, paste, 30 degrees once again. Don't lose track of it. There we go. And then 30 degrees. There we go. Now it's slightly rounded on the bottom. So we'll take this same thing. Copy paste it, but this time we'll just leave it like that. Copy paste, and boom, link it up. There we go. Now we have one ear. That might be a bit too big. Let me shrink it. There we go. And one ear is done. Let's see, it's kind of in line with the mid of the eye. So like so. And now we'll copy and paste this and make sure it's the exact same direction on that side. Pull it over this way. Might have to adjust which way some of the objects are facing on it, but these things will go back. And is that about it? No. This part we will bring a little bit like that. Same with over here. It's not exactly how I wanted it, but fine tuning does not hurt at all. Okay, now he's got some gigantic elephant ears. We'll sink them deeper into his head. Do that right quick. There we are. And now to finish off the head, I'll just copy and paste this section. Copy. And then paste it like that. Turn the center of selection off so I can drag it. I don't know why they make us turn it off to drag it, but it's whatever. It still works. There we go. The head is, at this point, is done as I want it to be. I'm going to create the rest of the body and then come back to it and then figure out what I can do from there.